Hey everybody, it's Sam Steger with MissionMonday.com. And by the way, you know who else is here?
It's Mark from MissionMonday.com.
Both of us in one mission video. So let's get to the business. Here's what we're going to do for this week's mission. We want you to do a little bit of goal setting maintenance. Earlier in the year, we've had at least one, maybe two times, gone through and done some goal setting missions. What we want you to do, first of all, students, make sure that you check in with somebody else. It can be another student, it can be a staff member of the building, it can be your parents, and just give them a little success story on your goal-setting journey. What is something you have accomplished towards working towards a goal that you have had this school year? So that's student mission. Mark, you have anything you want to throw in on student mission?
I just hope that students actually set a goal back when that was the mission, but if they haven't, this would be a great opportunity for them to do such a thing.
Yeah, if you haven't, students, set a goal, previous mission, do it now, and we'll be cool with that. For everyone else, and that's staff, that's parents, that's volunteers, we want you to check in with a student. Really, there's a couple different kinds of students that you could check in with. Maybe somebody that you've got a really tight relationship with, a really strong investment in, and say, hey, you know that goal you talked about with me earlier in the year? How is that going? And give them some validation on their progress, maybe advise them as to what their next steps are. But you also might want to check with a student that maybe you're not as tight with. Maybe find that kid that probably doesn't have as many people on their side, maybe not as many assets, and make sure that you check in with them as well. Same thing. See how their goal's going. Maybe they'll be on track. Maybe they won't. Sharing those success stories and validation if they are on track. If they're not on track, help them set out some things so that they can get back on track and make some things attainable. Mark, you got any advice for our staff, parents, volunteers in that regard?
Well, as you know, habits take about 21 days to establish. And so if students set their goals before, there's a good chance that some of them have continued with that, and there's a good chance some of them have kind of dropped the ball on it. So they may be surprised if a staff member comes up and says, hey, how you doing on your goal? Because then they'll realize, oh my goodness, somebody was listening and paying attention. Somebody noticed I set a goal, and so this would be a nice relationship building piece also for students to know that, hey, you know, we paid attention. We want to know how you're doing, and if you're doing great, we'll encourage you, and if you're not doing great, we'll also encourage you.
On top of that, sometimes to me, a good relationship piece is also a good accountability piece. Mark, have you ever been in a situation where somebody said, Mark, how you doing with that goal? And you went, I haven't even thought about that. I kind of wish you hadn't have been listening. I was going to let it
slide. Right. Might have even forgot I set a goal in the first place.
So what you're saying is, yeah, you've been there.
I've been there.
You've been there. And our kids will be there sometimes too. And it's good for us to, you can build a relationship and hold kids accountable at the same time. I think all else I got, everything else I have, Mark, where should people go if they want to continue with the awesome mission stuff and all the amazing resources we have?
Well, they can go to missionmonday.com, and from there they can visit us at the EdReach network page, or they can listen to us on BAM Radio, or they can follow us at mission_Monday.
That's on the Twitter.
That's right, on the Twitter.
Right. Hey, thanks for jumping in, Mark. Everybody else, we'll see you next week.